So this video is going to be specifically about like uniforms. This is a big thing for me. I've had to wear uniforms since year fucking 2. Luckily I got to skip from year 1 because I went to Catholic school and they were like, oh yeah, kindergartners basically like can wear whatever they want. What the fuck ever. Before I begin this video, yes, I know that I look like shit. You might ask, Anna, why are you wearing yesterday's makeup? Anna, why is your lighting so bad? Anna, why are you wearing your shirt from yesterday? Anna, why does your hair make it look like a mint chocolate chip ice cream cone melts on your head? I don't know. This is just my attire. Ironically enough, I'm doing a video about like your looks. And I look like the biggest piece of shit there is, but fuck it. So, uniform. Specifically, I'm more so mad at the uniform system in England. It makes me annoyed even just speaking about it. I may or may not have went to a school in England that rhymes with Kinchcombe, but begins with a W. That was my school. And I know I shouldn't be like shitting on the uniform system there because it was basically the uniform system of every school in England, but I'm going to because there were a few instances where maybe this pissy gym teacher told me to go take off my eyeliner because it was too dramatic. Fuck you. I was told by many people to not wear skinny jeans and just wear flare-out trousers. Fuck you. There may have been many people that told me to take off the colorful stitching that I may or may not have stitched into my blazer. Fuck you. There may or may not have people been telling me to take out my bright blue extensions in year 7. Fuck you. There may or may not have been a teacher whose name sounded like Slarkson, but his name began with a C as opposed to an S, who told me not to roll my blazer sleeves up. Fuck you! There may or may not have been people even telling me that my fucking skirt was too short. Fuck you! There may or may not have been people telling me that I had to wear a pencil skirt rather than a flared skirt. Fuck you! I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Alright, okay. See, it is a very subject for me. Which is why I made a list on everything that I fucking hate. This is a list of all the reasons, all the excuses that schools in England make, specifically Kinchcombe starting with a W, to say why uniforms are necessary, why we need them, why we have them in the first place. So I'm just gonna go through these and debunk them. Oh, also, may I clearly state, I no longer have to wear a uniform. In case you can't tell by my mint chocolate chip ice cream hair, this a disaster that is my fate, and this emo trash that I decided to wear on my wrists. So yeah, just putting that out there. Excuse number 1. Poor students may get bullied for not having the most high fashion, high priced new trends. AKA if you haven't got, you know, $100 Doc Martens, you're not cool enough. And you're gonna get bullied. You're gonna get so bullied. You're gonna get so bullied. They're gonna fuck you up so hard. No. I'm sorry, schools, I know you're probably still living in like, you know, kind of like 80s, 90s territory where if you weren't wearing the coolest new fucking jam that kids would be like, haha, look at you with your stupid poor kid shoes and your stupid poor kid jacket. Look at me and my super dry bullshit. No. As someone who also now goes to school without a uniform, I can tell you that no one gives a shit about what you wear. You can wear whatever the fuck you want and no one fucking cares. No one's gonna bully you. Of course, the student will get triggered, run off to the head and explain, he didn't like my Vans, so I murdered his mom. I don't know. Do you know how much trigger there would be in the school? Because nowadays, everyone's kind of a Tumblr millennial, so if you get triggered by something, shit goes down. You can't say the same things as you could back in your olden day school things, how it might have gone for you back when you were a kid. Now you're implementing it onto us for no apparent reason. It doesn't go that way anymore. Sorry to burst your bubble. The next reason. Students will waste time picking out clothes to wear in the morning. Okay, most students would pick out their clothes before night. First of all. Second of all, even if they did, they're wasting their time with whatever they want to waste their time with. You should not be the one who dictates how they do or do not waste their time. Doing homework, for example, they can procrastinate doing homework as much as they want, and there's not anything that you can really do to stop them doing that. And they're gonna procrastinate if they want to. As are people going to organize their clothes beforehand if they want to, or not organize them beforehand if they want. It's their choice how they spend their time, and I really doubt they're gonna waste a shit ton of time picking out their clothes to the point that they're gonna be late for school or do anything that necessarily affects their schoolwork because it's just fucking clothes and not the fucking end of the world and they get to pick their own attire. The next reason, my hands are like shaking, dead ass. Look at that shit. This is what uniforms have done to me. Alright, next reason. Students should be proud to wear their school badges on their lapels, as it says that they go to that school. As well as, I think this one goes to the other one, other schools will see that you go to the school wearing the uniform and admire you. No! No one gives a shit what school they go to. Honestly, parents say either you're gonna go to this school or they pick the school that they think is gonna be like the best, the most fun, best for them essentially. And so they're not gonna be like, yeah, I'm proud that I go to Kinchcombe School and I'm wearing this badge on my blazer to say that, and I'm so proud of it. If anything, they're gonna be like, fuck it, I really don't give a shit. As well as, you think anybody from any other school, any other student is gonna be like, yeah, that kid goes to that school, I'm proud of them, that's a good school to go to, they're awesome, they go to that school, go woo them. No, it doesn't make a difference if people see what school you go to. No one gives a shit. If anything, it just makes the students feel more pressured to set a good example for the school, which they probably won't even end up doing. It'll just make them anxious. It's not like they're gonna actively try, oh man, I'm wearing my uniform, I got this badge on me, I better, be a good example for the school. No, they will not give a shit. And if anything, if they don't set a good example, it'll make a worse impact. Doing the uniform and people knowing what school they go to, that'd be a bigger impact than them doing a good example than people thinking, oh, they went to that school, so that's good for them. You know what? And does that make any sense? I can't speak, I'm so infuriated. Next excuse, I'm gonna call these excuses, by the way, rather than reasons, because they really are just excuses. There is no good reason for a uniform. It prepares students for the real world and having a dress code in the work environment when they're older. There is a difference between having a dress code and having a fucking uniform. There is a difference between going to work in a fucking, suit and tie kind of thing, or pantsuit, skirt, suit, what the fuck ever, that you picked, and going to work in a piece of very formal attire that was picked out for you, that you cannot choose, you cannot change, you cannot alter in any way, shape, or form. There's a huge difference. And if that's your excuse, why don't you let us pick out something smart? That's what they do. That's what they do at fucking colleges. In the UK, at colleges, often if there's a dress code, it is a smart dress code, but you can still pretty much wear anything as long as it's fucking smart clothes. Do that if that's your fucking excuse. Because if that's your excuse, then we should still be able to pick out shit for ourselves, honestly. Second of all, I don't think there's been any job that you need to prepare yourself for where it's as strict as British uniform rules, which pisses me off that they still think that. On this bottom section, I have more of a general list of rules that they have for a bunch of different things that basically all equate to the exact same rule. We read them off one by one of everything that is banned. Uniforms for the same reason.
Any non-human hair color is distracting. Nail varnish is distracting. Short skirts are distracting. More than 2 earrings are distracting. Any earrings that are not studs are distracting. Jewelry is distracting. Piercings are distracting. Men wearing earrings are distracted. Skinny trousers are distracting. Heels are distracting.
Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Jesus motherfucking take the fucking wheel from me, because if you don't, Jesus, I'm going to fucking keep going and fucking crash into the Taco Bell right in front of me, okay? Jesus Christ! No! If I breathe differently to the person sitting next to me, is that distracting? If I blink too loudly, is that distracting? If I bite my lip and the lip is a little bit more red because I just bit it, is that distracting? Is everything fucking distracting to you? Is that really how is this? I know I'm a very distracting person, but this is the extreme. This is the extreme of distraction. No, it's not distracting. Nail varnish is not distracting. If I go to a school where my nails are painted black and I was just sitting doing my work, and then some kid becomes so distracted by the fact that I have black nails, so distracted that he can't finish his fucking essay. He can't finish it because these nails are just so distracting. They're short, they're black. Of course, they're not the normal nail color. Of course they're gonna be fucking distracting. These black nails distract him so much that he can't finish his essay, and he cries, and he fails. He gets an F, and that causes him to get a fucking F for the rest of his entire semester because he was distracted by my black nail varnish. If I went to a school where that happened, I would come to the assumption that all hope is dead, humanity is doomed, and I should probably just go hang myself now because we're all fucked. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. And you're kind of just suppressing our creativity by saying you can't wear eyeliner, can't wear too much makeup, can't really wear a bracelet or two, can't wear dangly earrings or anything more than a stud, can't have more than one earring in our ear, can't pierce our face, can't get a tattoo, even though it's our fucking body, so we should be able to do that shit. And can't color our hair bright colors. I'm sorry that this hair would be so distracting. Let me tell you something. The only reason it's distracting, or it could be distracting, is because we live in an environment where uniforms have made it taboo to even have this kind of stuff. So if you have anything that's unnatural, because people aren't used to it, they're going to be distracted initially. However, if we did live in a school environment where it was okay to do whatever you wanted, no, people would stop giving a shit, and it would become like less distracting. It would just become the norm for people to have whatever they wanted. Whatever would be the norm. Anything would be the norm. There'd be nothing abnormal because you've just conditioned it to be abnormal. I mean, I'm not gonna say that this is a natural color by any means. I mean, fucking look at it, honestly. That's not natural. But at my school, having colored hair can be a norm. It's not a sense of it's gonna distract anybody because it's the norm. It hasn't been conditioned to be something strange or weird. It's fun. It's fun. It makes people happy. And you suppressing our creativity, making us basically look like robots that are completely uniform to each other is terrible, and it's one of the stupidest things I've ever thought possible. I mean, you can barely express yourself in school anyways, because not allowed to really say anything. You are censored. You are told you can't do things. You are basically under the rule of this huge authority, so you can't express yourself as freely as you'd want to. And then, of course, they go to the extent of suppressing what you wear, how you look. They suppress your appearance, as well as your just general expression, which I think is crossing a huge line. As well as that, what if someone has like terrible fucking body image and you make them wear a pencil skirt, or you make them wear like a blazer that covers up like their shoulders or something, and it makes them feel terrible about themselves. It gives them more anxiety, so they spend their entire lesson not thinking about the work that they're doing, but thinking about everybody's looking at this part of my body, and everybody's like looking at this part of me that I don't want them to see because I have to wear this uniform, and if I don't, I'm gonna get, you know, suspended or shit like that. It's stupid. It's so fucking stupid. And I think if the teachers think that this is a good way to live, is that, you know, everybody should have uniforms, makes the world a better place, why don't you fucking give the teachers some uniforms? See how they fucking like it, you know? Don't give them a code. Give them full uniforms. Everybody has to wear the exact same thing. Put it onto them too, at least. Don't be such fucking hypocrites. You guys should be uniforms, but we don't have to because we're you know, authority. It's okay for us, you know, blah blah blah. I don't give a shit. Yeah, sorry. I'm just, if you can tell, I really hate uniforms and the idea of them, the prospect of them. I mean, of course I fucking hate you. As someone who's been suppressed in their, like, creativity on their appearance for the past 8, 9, 10, 11, for the past 10 years of my life, I've been suppressed creativity-wise on my appearance. Now that I've been let out of that, it's like I've kind of gone to the extreme of everything that I've ever wanted to do that I couldn't do. I want a fucking Monroe, I want a fucking nose piercing, I want fucking like fucking 10 little rings down here. I want everything now that I can. Now that I can have it. I want bright orange Hayley Williams hair. I want everything I can get. My hair has been pink, it has been blue, it has been green, it has been purple. It's fucking like, look at my face. You know, I tried to do something like this one time in a kindergarten school. And like I got away with it for a few weeks, but like, you know, soon enough, one of the fucking dumbass cunty gym teachers came and he was like, "Excuse me, love," and he brought me up to his side, and he was like, "Yeah, you can't wear that makeup. It's just too distracting. It's too dramatic. It's too much." But of course, I went to the toilets, you know, grabbed some water and kind of like made the bottom lash line a little bit less dark. And that was my idea of making it less dramatic. Wasn't it, Waller? Wasn't it fucking Waller? Oh god. There are so many teachers there that were amazing, and there were so many that were just like brutal cunts. That were just brutal fucking cunts. If you'd like me to make a story about one of the cuntiest teachers that I've ever experienced in my life, you know, leave that in the comment. I'll be sure to put him into a wonderful story time, a wonderful little collection of story time as to why he was a piece of shit. But yeah, they'll get sued for slander, although I'm pretty sure like no more than like 20 people will watch this, if that. And yeah, I will see you in my next video. Bye.